Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News and your daily wrestling newscast for Friday, July 12th, 2024. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with TNA Impact presented last night on Access TV, featuring matches taped on June 28th at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. In the main event, TNA World Champion Moose and Steve Macklin defeated Josh Alexander and Joe Hendry when Macklin pinned Alexander. After the match, both Moose and Macklin grabbed the world title belt and went face-to-face to end the show.
Now Macklin's legal. KIA to Alexander.
What a combo.
Cover. Macklin and Moose beat Alexander and Hendry.
Here are your winners, Moose and Steve Macklin.
That is an example of how quickly one's dream can be dashed in Montreal. How quickly an elimination can happen. A taste of the chaos that can unfold in a six-way elimination match for the TNA World Championship.
That's what it's all about. That gold in the hand of the TNA World Champion that everyone has their eyes on.
Jordynne Grace successfully defended the Knockouts World title in an open challenge match against NXT's Izzy Dame.
Puts Dame down and sets her up for this.
And now the Juggernaut Driver. Chalk up another victory for Jordynne Grace.
Here is your winner and still TNA Knockouts World Champion, Jordynne Grace.
I hope Ash by Elegance is getting plenty of rest and relaxation. She will be heading to Montreal and Slammiversary to challenge this woman for the TNA Knockouts World title.
Charlie Dempsey of NXT also made an appearance, defeating Zachary Wentz after interference from Miles Bourne. Dempsey and Bourne attacked the Rascals after the match. In other results, Giselle Shaw beat Tasha Steelz. Speedball Mike Bailey won a three-way match with Kushida and Jonathan Gresham to become the #1 contender to the X Division title. And Johnny Dango Curtis defeated Chris Bay thanks to outside interference from the system. Also on the show, AJ Francis retained the digital media title against Rhino in a Philadelphia street fight. In ratings news, AEW Dynamite brought in 691,000 viewers to TBS on Wednesday night, according to WrestleNomics. That's a slight increase from last week's audience of 688,000. The rating in the 18 to 49-year-old demographic was a .23, which was even with last week's rating. And Ring of Honor streamed last night on Honor Club, featuring matches taped Wednesday in Calgary, last Saturday in South Haven, Mississippi, and July 3rd in Chicago. Atlantis Jr. made his first defense of the ROH World TV title on the show, defeating Serpentico. In a Women's World TV title proving ground match, champion Billy Starks bested Mackenzie Morgan. Taya Valkyrie won a three-way match against Marina Shafir and Robin Renegade. In other results, Lee Johnson and the Infantry topped the Dark Order, Diamante defeated Nyx, and Sky Blue defeated Laney Luck. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.